Hey guys, so it is currently a Sunday morning and I I just woke up. I have some footage on basically the vlog that I've been setting up for the weekend as I guess I've typically like to do these past few weekends. But anyways, the reason I'm up and first thing I'm doing this without eating or anything is because I think it's just so important, and I keep saying these things in my head that I want to, act upon, but I don't actually just end up doing it. So I want to, create a mindset first thing, right? That I can take into action and really change my life with, and hopefully I can spread a sort of moving message to someone out there to help them along the way, I guess, as well. So. Okay, so I wanted to talk about essentially purpose, right? My purpose, and I made a video similar to this before, like I think how important are your dreams is what I titled my last video about this stuff on. But the reason, honestly, the main reason I'm making this is because I keep telling myself throughout the days that I waste time, like I did this yesterday and the day before. That I want to produce more than I consume media. And, which is to say that, like, I'll watch so many, like, YouTube videos, and it's not necessarily, like, me wasting time because, when you watch videos that are insightful, you can gain knowledge from it, but at the same time, when you overdo that, it can be kind of detrimental to the mindset, at least my mindset. I just don't like it, and I try to, I try to avoid that kind of thing, but it's so hard. And especially after you experience that, after you consume so much media, and immediately regret it, is when it feels the worst, And then it's like a snowball effect, because the more you consume, the more you say, and this can apply to so many other things, it's not just this, but the more you might consume media that you would find irrelevant to your time, you would say to yourself, like, oh well, this is I've taken it this far, why don't I just keep on rolling with it and just keep on consuming, because it's not as if I'm making much progress anyways. And that's an improper mindset to have. And so the mindset that I want to instill upon myself right now, and hopefully someone out there, is that you got to constantly say to yourself, like, if I'm not doing something, then if I'm not doing something that makes me happy, right, that makes me not regret what I'm doing thereafter, then I'm doing this wrong, I guess. And so ultimately, as far as my purpose, on this kind of basis, when I'm producing content, I want to bring something to the table that's different. And listen, I'm a nobody in this huge sea of YouTube channels. I'm a nobody, really. But I like to imagine that, given the current subscriber base that I have, with a few hundred people, that one or two people at least really take something from what I'm saying, and that's what drives me, I guess. But yeah, I want to bring something different. And ultimately, with this whole, like, purpose thing, you probably hear this so much. If you listen to motivational speakers a lot, then you'll probably think to yourself, oh well, this is like the same kind of thing. But like I say, I consume a lot of media, so hopefully I can bring something of variety to this kind of subject. And here's a little tip in the middle of all this: when you wake up, if you're not feeling 100%, or even if you are, maybe to reinforce a sense of encouragement to do something for the day ahead, watch. I know this sounds contradictory to what I just said as far as consuming media and doing it less versus producing, but watch a motivational video on YouTube, and then put assuming you do it on your phone, put your phone down, and then let that drive you throughout the day. I hear that, like, within the first, like, 15 minutes or something like that, within waking up, the mindset that you carry from that time frame will be it will bleed into the rest of the day. So I think that's very important, which is why I'm kind of doing this right now, this video right now, because I figure if I just let out all my thoughts on this matter and I just spill my guts on it, that I'll have a further kind of understanding of what I want to do for the rest of the day and the days ahead. So yeah, and then also you got to realize, how do you find your drive, and I hope that tip would be kind of reflective on that. Ultimately, though, I have all these notes on this flashcard here, and I noticed that there's this kind of pattern to it, and there's this kind of paradigm, and it's that it says try, try doing this, try doing that, and that should be changed to do this, right? You gotta have a more, and it's hard to do. It's hard to convince yourself that, like, right now I'm going to do something and commit to it, and then understand that the next day I'm going to commit to it as well, and whatever that is. In my case, it would be like producing videos, or I don't know, getting some assignments done or something like that. But I don't know. I just getting rid of that whole try mentality is something I really got to try to do, and I hope someone out there does as well, because it's one of those things, like, you wake up, right, and especially if you're like me, where you like to run most days, you don't say, all right, I'm gonna try to run and see what happens. You don't really say that. You just say, I'm gonna run, right? I'm gonna run and do this, and you don't say try, because then it gives you a kind of a window of opportunity to voluntarily quit. But when you say you're going to do something and you commit to it, there's something in the back of your mind that says, like, well, I can't stop, because like I said, I've committed to it, right? It's something that you definitely work towards, and when you instill it in your mindset, it's made more important, I think, to yourself. And I don't know, I kind of hold a sentimental value to that kind of thing. When I say I'm going to do something, I really attach myself to it, and I try to do it, like this video, for example. So, and also, a lot of creators say this, and it's I guess it's difficult, especially when you grow a larger fan base, but I want to put my fan base first. So if you guys have any recommendations for me to do something to improve, I never take it with a grain of salt. I always think of it as very impactful and very helpful at the end of the day. So I think that's what I'll try to live by, or I will live by it. Get rid of that try, man. But yeah, also I got a haircut. So my vlog was supposed to introduce this haircut, but I guess it's at that point where I think this video is gonna be uploaded first. Because after all, I think making these videos is a little easier for me. Because it's raw, it's uncut, and it's just me, like I said before, spilling my guts, and it's a pod vlog, right? And I like these a lot. I hope you guys do too, although I don't get a lot of views on them, as I've said before. But it's totally cool. Like I said, if it impacts anyone, if I get 5 views on this video or less, and one person takes something from it, then that would mean I guess everything in this sense. So let's see. Not using time. Yeah, so I already talked about the whole irrelevant use of time, and how it bleeds in throughout the rest of the day. And when you consume, in my case, when I consume like more media, like specifically on YouTube or Facebook, I'll say, you know, like, oh, this is really hurting me. But I'm this far. It's not like, you know, I kind of wasted the day already. It's like, why bother trying to do something? And that's the thing. Yesterday, I finished work at 9, and even though work is a productive thing because I make money, during work I have windows of opportunity to work on assignments, schoolwork, and I can even record videos, although I don't do it as much as I would like to. And that's the problem, right? Is that I don't really do it to a large extent or to a sufficient extent, in my mind. And as a result, by the time I get out at like 9 p.m., I say like, well, I'm here at home. I could do an assignment, I could record a video, but I don't have a lot of time because I go to bed at 11. Like that's my bedtime, you know. It's because I try to go to bed at the same time. That's a really good thing to do for you guys also. If you got sleep apnea, or if you just want to have better quality sleep, that's something to do. I truly recommend that. But anyways, I don't, in that window of opportunity from the 9 to 11 time frame, I forget about it, and I just say, well, whatever. I'm just gonna eat and watch a few videos and then go to bed. But I don't want to do that anymore. And it's, you know, it's weird for me to say for you guys to stop consuming, because then it would mean less for me, you know. In the sense that if I have viewers that stop viewing and consuming my videos, then I guess I would have less of a drive to make the videos in the first place. So it's really weird. I think at the end of the day, you gotta have a healthy balance of consuming and producing, because after all, like I said, consuming is important, you know. But it's about that balance. So anyways, I hope you got something out of that crazy jargon that I just spilled out here. Okay, guys, that's it for today. That would be, I guess, my 3rd pod vlog. Maybe my 4th. I don't know. But whatever. Hope you enjoyed. All right, guys.